today's show, we visit my wonderful Welsh wedding exclusive event where we'll be talking to members of the Welsh Wedding Guild and looking at latest trends in the industry. And we'll also be looking at the wedding fair Posh Frocks and Wellies.
Hello and welcome to UK Wedding TV, and today we're situated in the heart of Wales, South Glamorgan at Hensel Castle, first built in 1480. And today it is a setting for an exclusive wedding event which is hosted by the Wedding Guild of Wales. Hello, I'm sitting in the courtyard of Hensel Castle. I'm now sitting with the founder member of the Wedding Guild of Wales, Glenda Clwyd. Hello,
Hi.
Glenda.
Hi.
Right, can you tell us more about the actual, what the Guild is?
We're friends to start with, that's the main thing, and we're all in the wedding business, and we have been as individuals for at least 5 years. And we got together in answer to brides and grooms' requests, really, because they were asking for recommendations for good suppliers in the area who were willing to go the extra mile to give an excellent service for them as clients. Of course, most people, they get married once, they want to get it right the first time, so they looked for expertise in the wedding business to help them to make their perfect day.
Well, that's great. And today, obviously, we'll be having guests coming along, and they'll be able to source actual suppliers for their big day, yes?
That's right. We've got everything from chocolate fountains to dove release to the cakes to the music, the entertainment. We've got a string quartet here. I play the harp, of course. And we've got the videographers, the great photographers, the whole range, everything that you would need for a great day.
That is absolutely fantastic. Can you tell us more exactly what the Guild is as far as the bride and groom is concerned when they're booking somebody from the Guild?
Great, yes, of course I can. Well, to start with, we've got a great website which covers all the different suppliers. Yeah. And the bride and groom then can get in touch with them individually to get expert advice and prices and availability. We also, as a group, we offer an emergency service for brides and grooms so that if they're let down the last minute or there's an illness with one of their suppliers, that we guarantee that we will find them somebody of the highest standard to help them on their wedding day, even if it's the day before or on the morning of the wedding. That's what we guarantee.
That must be so reassuring.
It is. It's better than an insurance policy.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, that's great. Well, we are looking forward to playing later on this evening.
Great.
Thank you very much indeed, Glenda. Thank you. Bye. We're actually inside Hensel Castle now, and I'm talking to one of the traders, Susie. Hello, Susie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Can you tell us about the Guild and how you become involved?
Absolutely. Well, as a membership, we've all worked together on quite a few different weddings or met at wedding fairs, and I've been doing this for about 10 years. And so the Guild is really about having a membership of people who we can all recommend each other because we've known each other's services. That's and we're sort of trustworthy, and we all know that we're sort of really the top of our game, and so that we can recommend each other. So it's a lovely, supportive, wonderful thing to be part of, and so nice to be able to work closely with other wedding companies as well.
Susie, can you tell us what the current trends are for today for headwear and jewellery in general?
Well, the vintage sort of theme is definitely still very, very strong, and that can manifest in lots of different ways. Currently, sort of 20s, 30s glamour era, Great Gatsby, that sort of thing is really popular, and so the real sparkle, clusters of sparkles of clear crystal, that's really, really strong. But equally, I am finding that there are some braver brides out there, and they're liking a splash of colour as well, and that's what I'm hoping, that this sort of trend will sort of move slightly towards more colour, because it's such a fun, beautiful, vibrant thing for a wedding day.
Oh, thank you very much indeed, Susie. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Music is very important in a wedding, and I'm very, very fortunate because I'm now sitting amongst 3 lovely ladies. There should be 4, but one hasn't quite made it at the moment, so I'm sitting in place. Ladies, nice to see you. Hi. Can you tell us exactly, well, first of all, who are you?
We're Taliesin String Quartet.
Taliesin String Quartet, that's for the viewers out there. Tell us, where are you based?
Well, we're all over really. I'm based in Swansea, my colleague's based in Neath, Chrissy's in Cardiff, and our cellist is Carmarthenshire. So
So it's right
little
across,
bit
right
everywhere,
across South
yeah.
Wales, yeah. First of all, can you tell us how you're involved with the Guild?
we provide music for the Guild, so we're under the entertainment section. We provide music for all aspects of the ceremony, also for drinks receptions, for the meal, and we can also provide evening entertainment. We also do corporate events as well.
Oh, that's great. Now, actually performing on the actual wedding itself, you actually perform in the church on the day. Can you give us an idea of what you can do within the whole day?
If a church ceremony, it does differ slightly from a civil ceremony. A church ceremony, we're there around about an hour before the ceremony. We start to play music, background music as the guests arrive.
Yeah.
Then we play for the bride's entrance. For the signing of the register, which is usually 2 to 3 pieces of music.
Yes.
And we play for the bridal exit as well. We do play hymns.
Yeah.
But we've decided only if there's no organist. We've had a few disasters in the past. So yes, it generally takes about an hour for the ceremony in a church ceremony.
Yeah.
Civil ceremony is a little bit quicker, usually about half an hour. Same format again, we play for the guest's arrival, entrance, signing and exit.
Oh, that's great. Now, I believe that you perform with many, many great stars.
We have members of the quartet have played with Cheryl Cole, Rihanna, Oasis. So yes, quite an eclectic mix of...
You really share the stage with international artists.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, that's great. Thank you very much indeed, ladies. And I'm sorry I missed the lady who couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Bye for now. Thank you. Thank you. Every wedding needs that magic touch, and the magic touch is provided when you have a Master of Ceremonies. And today we have Bruno, Master of Ceremonies.
Yes, thank you, Dave. Yes.
Nice to see you again. Nice to see you.
Good to see you too.
Right, first of all, we'd like to ask you, Bruno, can you tell us how you're involved with the Guild, first of all?
I actually got involved with the Guild right at the very beginning. Lynn from Lovey Dovey
Yes.
phoned me up and said that they were starting this new Guild, which was only going to be for the best suppliers in the area. So I'm really lucky to be a part of that. Phone call from Lynn and I was in.
Oh, that's great. Can you tell us then now what your duties are for the day? Because many, many people out there have a Master of Ceremonies, some don't, but how important it is and what role you play.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say it's very important.
Very important indeed.
I'm there at the venue, the wedding venue, to meet and greet guests as they arrive. Sometimes it's a new venue for people, so they're not sure where they're going, where the rooms are and so on. So I'll take cards off them, gifts, show them which way that they need to go. Just a person to inform them what's going on. So that's at the very start. And then, of course, the bride and groom arrive.
Yes.
And then we organise the photographs. So we help with the family photographs and the personal photographs and make sure all that happens very smoothly.
Yeah.
Then we call guests into the dining room, and of course probably what we're known best for is announcing the speeches.
Exactly, yes. And as well, am I right in saying that it is your duty, you actually go around and you actually tell people when they should stand and speak, such as the best man, the father of the bride, is that correct?
That's exactly it, yeah. I think a lot of people have a good idea of when that's going to happen. But what happens, Dave, when it comes to that moment,
everybody
panic sets in and it's, is it me next? Do I speak? Is it somebody else? So they are aware, but somebody like me, who's just slightly removed from what's going on, cool head, can explain what's going on.
That's it. And of course, on the day, then everybody knows exactly what's happening as well.
Yeah,
there's coordination on the day.
Yeah, and you're always informing people just that little bit ahead so they know what's coming up.
If our viewers were unable to have your services, how would they go about securing Master Ceremonies for their wedding? How would they do that?
Plenty of websites out there, so just Google Toastmaster, Google the area that your wedding venue is going to be in, and you're sure to find a good Toastmaster in that area. Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed, Bruno.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
can I ask you about fashions and the current trends today?
Yeah, certainly. Ladies are looking more for dresses. They don't want to be too stuffy and starchy. They want to look more relaxed, but very elegant and tall. Next year's colours, which are going to be coming in, are very much into the pastels. So I almost think of them as sugared almonds. If you look at those pastel colours, they're what's going to be out next season.
Tell me, as a man, how do you get to know what colours are coming in?
Well, you've got to do your research. You've got to go to all the different shows. I'm part of also the Welsh trends for fashion and colour as well. So I attend all the different seminars, and you've just got to keep an eye on what's going on in the world. A lot of our fashions is coming from abroad.
Yes.
So we're very much led by Europe. So we buy in a lot from Poland, Spain, and around the world. So they tend to also dictate what's coming in.
So what would you say is your top, say, 3 tips for anybody out there now planning a wedding and wants to look really elegant like you two ladies?
I would also stick with your own style. Because a lot of ladies will try and put themselves into something they're not really comfortable with. So wear what you're comfortable with, wear a colour that suits you, not a colour that you're dictated to.
And can you advise on that colour as well?
Not generally until the person comes in through the shop door. So once they come in through the shop door, then we can try on different colours, different styles, and see what's going to suit that lady, because everybody's individual.
That's marvellous information. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Join us after the break for even more interviews, and we'll take a look at the Posh Frocks and Wellies wedding fair.
Scenic Gallery are proud sponsors of UK Wedding TV. The Smarter Bride. The Smarter Bride is a brand new online bridal website and wedding directory, connecting brides and grooms with the UK's very best wedding venues and suppliers, with our blog, forum and wedding directory, as well as lots of hints, tips and inspirational ideas. Planning your wedding has never been easier. We also offer a bespoke wedding planning and venue styling service. The Smarter Bride, the smarter way to plan your wedding day. www.thesmarterbride.co.uk. Joe's Sweet Dreams, for the sweet moments in life. Joe's Sweet Dreams, affordable luxury for every occasion. For a high-class function, a family event, or simply to show someone they are loved, Joe will find something to express your feelings and fit your budget. Joe's Sweet Dreams, for the sweet moments in life.
The Wedding Business brings you wedding suppliers from all around the UK. We unite wedding suppliers with couples planning their big day, bringing you a wide selection of experienced businesses that will help you with your dream wedding day. How about some free wedding planning help? We provide a good team of experienced wedding planners who are here to offer a free PA consultation to assist you with arranging your wedding within your budget. The Wedding Business, your wedding, our planning service.
They say that some places create a sense of magic. We believe St Mary's does just that. Nestled in 150 acres of Welsh countryside, the 16th century farmhouse retains its old world charm with beamed ceilings, thick stone walls, and the Lovelock bridal suite in the rafters make it a perfect place to celebrate your marriage. Visit our website for details of our packages and bespoke weddings. www.stmaryshotel.com.
Mr. Mrs. Magazine is a full-colour glossy magazine designed to inspire wedding planners with a range of exciting ideas that makes that big day even bigger. We thrive on giving couples the best possible ideas and advice for their special day, offering outstanding features throughout the magazine each and every month to help you find everything you could possibly need for your wedding. Brides, subscribe now, or if interested in advertising, please email Catherine@mrmrsmagazine.com. Scenic Gallery are proud sponsors of UK Wedding TV.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what other members of the Welsh Guild have to say.
We have with us today a specialist in wedding flowers, a florist, Adele. Hello, Adele.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And yourself. Adele, can you tell us how important it is, first of all, about arranging the flowers for the day?
Flowers are very, very special for your day because obviously they can create a perfect sort of atmosphere for your day.
Yeah.
They're something that people don't necessarily think of first on their wedding list. Sometimes we're last, but they are very, very important.
Yeah.
definitely.
Well, tell me, for a bride, how far in advance have they got to be looking at this?
Oh, at least a year in advance if they can.
A year in advance,
yeah, if they can, yeah.
Yeah. And am I right in saying that the flowers sometimes, actually with the colour coordination of the dresses?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I see.
There's also flowers which are seasonal as well.
You
get a lot of brides who say they want peonies and they're only available for, say, 6 weeks of the year. So it's also important if you want a specific flower to make sure they're in season as well.
Of course it is,
Yeah.
Can you tell us how you're involved with the Guild?
Yeah, I've been a florist for 18 years since I left school.
Yeah.
And going to numerous wedding fairs, just meeting Lynn from Lovey Dovey. Obviously, she's seen a lot of my work and knew that I was a good florist, and she asked me to join.
Oh, that's
which is
fantastic.
Great, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, do you have any tips for anybody now who's going to get married, who watched the programme, going to get married in the near future, what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing?
Definitely, if you've got a colour theme, try and stick to it throughout the sort of day. Don't mix and match, is what I would say. There's lots of trends as well. Vintage is very, very in at the moment.
Yeah.
And basically just book your day. Book your date with the florist.
Okay, that's good.
Definitely.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adele. For the viewers at home now, what's the most important aspects about booking wedding vehicles?
Really, make sure the most fundamental thing I think is making sure that the actual company has wedding hire insurance and public liability insurance. Come and look at the cars, make sure that you're happy with the cars before you book them.
Yes.
Make sure that your drivers are friendly, are helpful,
Exactly, yes.
reliable, which all ours are. Basically, it's just to make sure you enjoy your day, really, and it isn't going to go with a hitch.
Exactly. Bev, thank you very much indeed for
that's no
talking to us.
problem.
Thank you. On the wedding guild has been coordinated by yourself.
Yeah.
Are you happy on how this evening's going?
Over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. I thought if we had... I think the average wedding fair these days has between 80 to 120 brides, and I think we've blasted that out of the water, so I am more than happy, and in such a short space of time as well, because we're obviously only here for 2.5 hours. So I'm really pleased.
Oh, that's
good team effort.
Yeah, well, I've been walking around myself, and the response has been tremendous.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you'll be planning more events here?
We've had approaches from other venues to do open evenings for them. We need to take a bit of a break from this one first, because obviously we've got businesses to run and we don't want to be going into events as such. But we're happy to speak to these venues and do another couple, definitely.
And just one, obviously the ladies who'll be watching this who are going to get married, can you reiterate what's been said this evening about coming to yourselves first and make sure about the weddings?
Yeah, I mean, we started off the Guild because we did find there was a need in the market for brides to come and shop in a place where everybody within that directory, if you like, or listing was a recommendation. Nobody is paying to be in there. So from that point of view, it's not about budget, it's about providing outstanding customer service, and if you don't do that, then quite simply you don't get into the Guild. As I also said, there are many fantastic suppliers throughout Wales that are not in the Guild that we all recommend anyway. But we all work in Wales together, but the Guild we just feel is somewhere where brides can come, shop safely, know that everybody in the Guild has met a criteria and provide an outstanding service.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
We all know about weddings, but how do you capture that moment forever? And today we have Steve with us who's going to tell us all about this. Hello,
Hi.
Steve, how are you?
I'm very good, thanks, nice to meet you.
That's good, Grant. First of all, I'd like to ask you, Steve, how have you become involved with the Guild?
Well, I'm one of the 4 original founder members of the Guild.
Oh, you're founder member?
Yeah, we started this about a year ago now, so and so far so good. It's been a fantastic first year for us.
Oh, that's great.
Very proud of what we achieved so far.
And I suppose that you're celebrating here today, are you?
Yeah, this is the sort of culmination of the first year, really, where we just bring this all together, and the queues are outside waiting to come in, so we're all happy and see how that goes for us.
What a fantastic venue. Look, have you got any tips now for young brides who are getting married and they want to start planning all the events for the day? How should they approach you, and what should they do to make sure they capture the moment?
I think the best advice I can give to any bride and groom on the day is to be themselves and enjoy themselves. Let the professionals do their job on the day, because what we want as a videographer is to capture people as they are themselves. We don't want them acting up in front of the cameras. So be themselves and enjoy their day, and that will be captured on video forever for them. And every year they've got that video, it'll be more and more precious to them as the years go by.
Can you tell us how the evening has been for you tonight?
Well, I think the turnout has been absolutely stunning. There's got to be 250 plus people here, probably helped by the weather today, but it's really great to see so many people here.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Guild actually hosting, you hosting them here tonight?
Well, to be honest, I think it's worked really well. Actually, this time around, it was something that our events guys came up with a plan and thought it was a good idea, and it seems to have worked really well. A bit of a partnership.
Exactly. For the viewer at home, will you be looking to stage more of these?
Of the wedding fairs?
Yes.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I mean, we normally will do 2 or 3 wedding fairs in a year anyway across the resort. So I definitely will be repeating something like this.
Well, thank you for speaking to us. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you.
Okay.
I can't pin you down. What's going on that beautiful night? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what me, but I'll be your bride. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you, love your curves and all your edges.
Next we have a lovely video to show you, taken from the wedding fair of Posh Frocks and Wellies. It took place in Leicester, and it was Mr. and Mrs. Magazine's very first wedding fair. People travelled from all over the country to be part of what proved to be a very unique day. Let's take a look at how it went on. Well, that really was a truly unique wedding fair, and I know Dave really enjoyed meeting members of the Welsh Guild. Well, that's it for this year, but don't worry, UK Wedding TV will be back in January with a brand new series. And if you've missed any of our episodes, they're all available on demand on the UK Wedding TV website. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter for the latest information. We look forward to seeing you in January.